Good evening, friends. I'm Dr. Aajay Shah, and this is another Facebook Live. While we are in this quarantine with COVID-19 and coronavirus, I think it's important we learn as much as possible together. So I've taken up this mission and project to do as many Facebook Live as possible. The topics are variable topics. I talk about physical health, I talk about mental health, I talk about spiritual health. Yesterday we talked about how to be stoic. Stoicism is another new topic for me, which I've been learning for the last 6 months. More and more I'm appreciating that to be healthy, we need to be happy. And to be happy, we need to be healthy. So healthy body and healthy mind goes hand in hand. It's very critical that we are happy if you want to be healthy, and we are healthy if you want to be happy. So today's topic is going to be how to be happy. Again, today's topic is going to be how to be happy. So why do we need to be happy? Why do we need to be happy? Like I said, number one benefit of being happy, that it provides a good health. So very important, if you want to be healthy, that you are happy. It definitely provides more productivity, more creativity. If you are happy, you are more productive at work, you are more productive at home. It also provides better relationship with your partner, with your wife, with your spouse, with your children, with your parents, with your friends. So it provides a better relationship. Happy people are always better at maintaining the relationship. Happiness actually also provides community benefits. Community which are happy in general are actually thriving communities. And for example, giving you in Sweden, there is a lot more happiness. Argentina has a lot more happiness than America. And those countries actually do much better in terms of overall happiness, overall productivity, overall creativity. And those countries are actually called flourishing countries. If you remember Martin Seligman's definition of flourishing. Flourishing is the one where happiness is continually progressing, continually getting better. So happiness not only has benefits to the country and to the communities, but also the whole world will be getting benefits if we all as people are happy people. There'll be less wars, there'll be less terrorism if in general if you're all happy. Actually being happy is our intrinsic nature. When we were born, when we were 1 year old, we all were happy, and then we add these layers of unhappiness as we get older. So for me, I have 56 years of layers of unhappiness on me. I need to peel off all those layers of unhappiness with a systematic process and go to my intrinsic nature of being happy. Again, being happy is all within us. It's already there. It's our intrinsic nature. We just add the layers of unhappiness. But we all have ability. We all have skills. We all have actually right to peel off those unhappiness layers and become happy again like we were when we were 1 or 2 years old. So let's see how we do that. If you look at the happiness, there is a big research on what brings happiness. 50% of your happiness happens because of your genes. 50% of your happiness. So it's obviously good to have good genes, but at the same time, you can look at it that genes, whatever you are dealt with, are going to be with you until you die. So you might as well not worry about what genes gave you. So what can you do about it? Matter of fact, only 10% of our happiness comes from our external events, including a job loss, including financial difficulties, including marriage difficulties, divorces, including coronavirus, COVID-19. All those external things only affects 10% of our happiness. 40% of happiness depends upon actually ourselves, our thoughts, our opinions, our judgments, our actions, our discipline, how we think of other people. So again, 40% of our happiness depends upon our own mind, our own thinking, our own way of looking at the life. We all have power to change. But it takes commitment to be happy. Just like it takes commitment to be healthy, it takes commitment to be fit, it takes commitment to have a relationship, same way it takes commitment to be happy. So we have to work towards happiness. Happiness is not a destination, it's a journey. We continuously work on it and we keep growing on our happiness. Goal is to have last day of our life to say and think that we were happy people. So let's see how we can go on this journey of happiness. Number one method which I have practiced myself and I highly recommend is having a gratitude journal, counting your blessings. People who count their blessings, people who write down the gratitude every day, definitely are happier. For example, I have made a master list of my blessings, my gratitude, and I keep it in my phone. I look at it every few days, and I kind of savor on how good things God has given me. To give you an example, living in a good house, driving a nice car, having a good job, having a good spouse, having good kids, having still parents alive, all those things are my blessings, my gratitude, and I keep it in a list. Matter of fact, my gratitude list is almost 20 to 25 items, including living in America, living in Midwest, living in a democratic country, having a great friends. All those things are my gratitude. So having a gratitude list is very important. At the same time, we have to also count our I call it a micro gratitude, which are gratitudes every day. For example, today I had a great day at work. We actually started doing a video calls, and I absolutely enjoyed talking to patients and people on video calls, where I almost felt like I was in a room with them. Patients did not have to come and see me in the office, and I felt like I was taking care of them in this corona environment as efficiently as I was in the room with them. And we might actually turn into this video phone calls even in the future when the corona issue is over. So that was my gratitude that I learned about the video phone calls. Obviously our hospital arranged for it, so my big gratitude to my hospital for getting me into this video phone call. So again, it's very important we maintain gratitude journal, we maintain gratitude list, and we daily add our gratitudes. Second important thing is to be happy is practicing kindness. It's very important we make a habit of simple kindness every day. For example, holding a door for someone. For example, once in a while buying a coffee for your coworker or for subordinates or for your friends. Also, just saying simple thank you, simple showing the appreciation is an act of kindness. So again, when you are kind, you become happy. Matter of fact, when you are kind, other people also become happy. So kindness is happy for you, happy for your friends, happy for your other people. So show the kindness. The third thing which can make you happy is having a purpose in life. People who have a purpose, people who have a mission, people who have goals, they're always happier in life. And purpose doesn't have to be a major, mega purpose. It can be as simple as that I will take care of my family today, I'll take care of my kids today, I will go to work on time, I will take care of my patients in the best possible way. I will go to grocery shopping in a safe way. I will help the people who needs help. Just any kind of purpose which is bigger than your own needs. Having a purpose to help other people also makes you happy. Other thing you can do to be happy is live in a present moment or mindfulness. Again, a lot of people live in past, a lot of people are dreaming of future, and many people forget to live in present. It's important to know that this is the moment where you can be the happiest person. So again, living in present, living in a moment, practicing mindfulness, doing the activity fully 100% with active mind is very important. The next thing you can do to be happy, simple thing, is exercise. Just 30 to 45 minutes of exercise 3 to 4 times a week. I exercise every day. I exercise, matter of fact, at least hour, sometimes even 2 to 3 hours on a daily basis. I have suffered a major depression 10 years ago, and now I keep that away from me by regular exercise. So I advise all of you, the simplest thing you can do is 30 to 40 minutes of exercise 3 to 4 times a week. If you do it every day, that's best. Try to do 1 hour every day. Matter of fact, there was a major study done, major trial done, where they compared exercise and Zoloft, the antidepressant medicine, and exercise actually was better than taking Zoloft to prevent the depression. And so again, exercise is very important. Next thing you can do to be happy, simple thing, is to have adequate sleep. Sleeping 7 to 8 hours is very critical. People who sleep less are more prone to depression, more prone to anxiety, more prone to panic disorder, and they also are typically unhappy. So having 7 to 8 hours of sleep is also very important. Next thing you can do is eat whole food, plant-based diet. People who eat processed food are also typically have more mental illness. Dr. Joe Furman has a book on how people eat processed food and get into more mental illness. So eat minimal processed food, eat as much vegetables, fruits, and beans, and as much whole grain as possible. At the same time, also have less animal products. Obviously, maintaining good health provides the happiness. So you have to be proactive to maintain good health. Again, eat healthy, take all the proper vaccines, do all preventative measures including colonoscopy, mammogram, follow your primary care advice, because I always say health is your first wealth. Same way, health is the foundation for happiness. So you have to be healthy to be happy. Be more social. Have friends, have family, have a church friends, temple friends, have co-workers, talk to them, have eye contact with them. It's very important that we maintain social relationship. Social relationship is a foundation for happiness in many blue zone countries, where even at an older age people maintain the social connections. So having a main social connection is very important to be happy. The next thing to be happy is be spiritual. Be religious, be spiritual. It's very important that you have a regular practice of some type of spirituality. Either it's going to church, going to temple, going to mosque, going to synagogue, or practicing any kind of religious philosophy. And if you are not religious, if you're atheist, practicing some kind of spirituality is also very important. Also, next thing to be happy is be in a committed relationship. Having a spouse, having a life partner is very important. People who are married, people who have a committed relationship actually live long, they're happier, they're healthier. So have a committed relationship. Next thing you can do to be happy is go out in the sun. People who go regularly in the sunlight 30 to 60 minutes a day in general are happier. They have less chance of depression. They go through less chance of seasonal affective disorder, I call SAD, which happens pretty much every winter in Michigan. So again, go out in the sun. Next thing you can do to be happy is go out in the nature. Just go under a tree and sit down. Go and walk on the grass bare feet if you can. And all those going out in the nature will also make you happy. Next thing you can do to be happy is be optimistic. There is a concept called learned helplessness, where people actually give up on their suffering, give up on their misery, and they essentially have a learned helplessness. Get out of the learned helplessness, be optimistic, keep good faith in the future, and be as optimistic as possible. The next thing you can do is make a ratio of your positive emotions to negative emotions 4:1. There is a thing called negativity bias, that for each negative emotion, we need 4 positive emotions to overcome each negative emotion. So negative emotions kind of sticks to our brain like a glue, and positive emotions kind of go out like a filter. So for each negative emotion, you have to have 4 positive emotions. So what kind of positive emotions you can have? Just practicing kindness, practicing gratitude, thanking people, just any kind of positive emotions, remembering good old memories from your childhood, from your adult life. So again, all those positive emotions puts positive emotions in the bank, and then whenever you have negative emotions, your tank of positive emotions is full, and you have a less chance of becoming unhappy. The another technique to be happy, I routinely do it, which I've been promoting regularly now, is called negative visualization. People who do negative visualization typically are happier. The way you do negative visualization is that you kind of practice a scenario of something going wrong in the future and plan your life out. Essentially, for me, the example is, for example, losing a job is a scenario I practice in my mind all the time, and I've laid out a plan. If that thing ever happens, how would I survive? How would I continue with my life? So again, practicing negative visualization is very important. Next thing you can do to be happy is be financially stable. Lot of families, lot of people, particularly lower class and middle class, and even upper class, when they are financially unstable, they become unhappy. So try to save at least 10 to 15% of your income if you can. Be a minimalist. Buy less stuff. Buy only things what you need. You keep a used car. Buy used clothes if you need to, but keep at least 10 to 15% in saving. Have at least 3 months of income reserve, so that way, in case if you get laid off or if you are furloughed, like right now with corona infection happening, you have 3 months of reserve to keep going. Again, having financial stability also brings happiness. Next thing is what you can do is talk to people instead of text people or email people. When you physically talk to people, there are enough studies that you actually become happier. So if you have an option of calling somebody versus texting somebody, always call people. I'm very bad myself. I prefer many times text, but I know whenever I talk to people, that has given me more positive emotion. So make a habit of calling people instead of texting people or emailing people. Matter of fact, if you can do even a video call or a FaceTime, that actually brings much more happiness. The next thing you can do to be happy is meditation. There are enough studies, there are actually thousands of studies on people who practice regular meditation. Just 20 minutes of meditation once or twice a day brings significant amount of happiness. So regular practice of meditation, I started doing that. I absolutely love it. I absolutely enjoy it. I'm hoping to continue meditation as long as I need to, as long as I want to, as long as I love to. So I will continue meditation. The next thing we can do is a breathing exercise. I call them pranayam or breathing exercise. People who do regular breathing exercises are also happier. I will have another Facebook Live tonight around 8:30 on how to do breathing exercise. Please tune in, and that will be a good video to watch. Next thing you can do is absolutely avoid any kind of rumination. Things happen in the past are things of past. Try not to bring them again to your mind, again to your thoughts, again and again. Rumination with negative emotions is a way people get unhappy, people get into depression, people get into anxiety. So try to not ruminate. Whenever you have any rumination, a thought going, immediately distract yourself with going for a walk or even watching a funny show or doing some activity, cooking, whatever things you like, distract yourself from rumination. If you are chronically unhappy, if you feel you are suffering from mild depression or severe depression, getting a psychological counseling is also very important. Don't underestimate the value of psychological counseling. Psychologists are very trained to understand what you are going through, and their help can be very useful in getting happiness. Obviously, if you are suffering from depression, talk to your physician. You may be in need of antidepressant medicine, and hopefully antidepressant medicine is only short term, and you can go off the antidepressant medicine as soon as your depression resolves. You get into this exercise, meditation, other modalities, and actually you can be off antidepressant medicine. Other technique you can do is think of impermanence of things. I literally think nowadays about think of impermanence. What it means that, for example, I live in this house is impermanent. One day the house will go away, one day the house will be gone. I also start to think about impermanence of my own life. I think more and more about the death. I also think of impermanence of all my relations, impermanence of my parents. My parents are getting old, and one day I know they're not going to be no more, but I already have kind of thought out about impermanence of my parents' life. And that has given me a lot more comfort in one day when they die, that I will not be very unhappy. Matter of fact, I will cherish their memories, I will cherish their legacy, I will cherish what they achieved in their life, including raising very stable, good kids. So again, thinking of impermanence is also very important. Other thing you can do to be happy and stay happy is try to avoid any kind of comparisons. Comparisons are never ending. I can always compare my house to a bigger house. I can always compare my car to a better car or many other things. So not have any comparisons. Also try to not have envy and jealousy. Those things are also bring unhappiness. Also having an anger issue can also make you unhappy. Next thing you can do to be happy, which has been proven, to have a pet. Having some kind of a living creature in your house has shown to have significant benefit. It could be as simple as having a fish tank in your house, having a pet or a dog in the house, having a cat in the house. You can even have a simple plant in your house. As the plant grows, you feel better. You are nurturing a live being, and that also provides you sense of purpose, sense of happiness. Next thing you can do to be happy is invest more of your energy, more of your resources, more of your money into experiences instead of material ownership. For example, going to a library, going on a vacation to see new things, going to visit your friend, going out dinner with your friend and having good conversation definitely will always trump driving a bigger car or bigger house or expensive clothes or expensive shoes or expensive watch. So invest more into experiences instead of ownership. Again, I realize that many of our younger generation is already doing that. They're actually experiencing more things than owning the things. So again, invest more of your time, more of your money, more of your resources into experiences instead of owning things. So again, you can be happy at this moment if you decide to do so. No matter what circumstances are, you can be happy. You are happy when you're 1 year old. You are happy inside. You are happy intrinsically. You just need to peel off the layers of unhappiness and you can be happy. So let's start that process. Once again, I say happy people are healthy people. Healthy people are happy people. So let's have both health, physical health, and let's also have mental health or happiness. I hope you like this video. I will be doing another Facebook Live at 8:30 on breathing techniques. Please stay tuned in, and thank you.